Coach, they love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does.
Crab cakes and
we're at M&T Bank Stadium down near the Inner Harbor of Baltimore. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Buffalo Bills and the Baltimore Ravens. It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. They'll be led out by their highly decorated quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers.
Right now, just one thought in his mind.
I hate him.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions.
No, 2 touchdown passes.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
Here's a second.
Hey, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. The more subs I get,
the first carry now for the
happier my family
Jamal
is.
Williams. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Who?
The numbers on the ground for Williams a week ago. 18 carries, 61 yards.
And to me, the goal is the exact same thing as last week. Get him the ball early and often. I think he's got another big game in him in this one.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods.
Robert Woods, y'all. It's all good, y'all.
Before being taken down. 23 yards on the play.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, that seemed a little touchy, huh?
Really hurt their performance.
Let's see.
And hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
What? No, son, we're trying to get paid.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 42-yard line. Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams.
You done, son?
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
No, son.
Incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that
Adam
one.
Thielen.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll put a check
He
mark
loves
in the
that
box where the
purple.
defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
No, son.
Now throwing on 3rd down there,
Aaron
but he
Rodgers is
cannot
trash.
connect. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Let's go,
So here
Deshaun.
come the Bills on
Watson.
offense for the first time. Orchestrating the offense will be a man who, of course, won a national title back in his days at Clemson, Deshaun Watson.
Set. Okay, just like that. Just like that.
This thrown quickly out to Jones.
Julio
And he's brought
Jones.
down at the 24 after a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Starter introduction time now. Brandon Sheriff, Charles, really solid.
Tremendous player. A left tackle in college, has the versatility to play either tackle or guard in the NFL.
Slide
no matter
to the
where
right.
you plug him, you're assured of an excellent performance.
Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm.
Damn straight
They
it
had
hurt.
him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Boom. Bang, 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 bang. Bang, 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 bang. Bang, 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 bang. Slides over her leg.
He'll be taken down.
Get it?
Just shy of
Did that joke
midfield.
land?
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going.
We need to run the ball, son.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because
Zigzag.
last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
11 yards and a Buffalo first down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10
left.
right at the 40. From the gun, here's Watson.
Jamal.
Quick hitter, he's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
Scripted?
And I think they did
Yeah,
it
sat
without
down
our
and
help.
scripted
Because
your
remember
shit.
when we sat in with the production.
Oh, get off me,
meeting
son.
to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys gonna come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to
Start
want it.
behind the sticks
You
here.
were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Throwing on 2nd down.
What's up, Jamar?
Watson. And he will find his man on the
Get in.
inside.
Let's go.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight.
This
Now we
dude
get
needs
turn
to
it all
shut the
loose.
hell up.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this will be a touchback.
Guys, don't forget to comment on the broadcast. Tell me how you feel.
And
Tell me what you
Ravens
think.
taking the field.
You know where
And
I can
hoping to do
improve.
better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they
Also,
control
give me
your
money.
fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He's got it to Williams. And he's
Who?
upended at the
that?
33, following a good pickup of 8.
Very hard to know who's
Well,
where.
it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Out of the pistol. Here's
Get him.
Williams.
That's my
And
boy.
he's going to be met
Kyle
at the line
Van
of scrimmage and
Noy.
taken down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Get up.
And they'll let their fullback
Oh,
try and push
give me
the
that.
pile. And he's not going to get there. That won't
Give me that
even
ball
be
back.
close. It was blown up in the backfield. And that'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there.
I get the thought process. 3rd and short, give it to the fullback, let him bulldoze his way. But that means you're counting on your offensive line to win the line of scrimmage, aren't you?
Yeah, and there was just a mass of bodies there at the line. Looked like more defenders than offensive guys. Winds up losing yardage. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road,
All
taking the crowd out
day.
of the game. That'd be ideal.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Watson off play action. Jones has it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 15 yards, and the Bills will get a new
I want to
set
trade
of
you.
downs. The numbers for Julio in last week's effort. 6 catches, 95 yards.
And what we just saw there was exactly what they need against this defense. Big plays. They were able to pick up a first down on that one.
Back to throw, Watson. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And a penalty flag is down to the backfield as they finally bring him to the turf. And I'm not sure this is going to stand.
This is bullshit. On Jamar?
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
Cut him.
Bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
Off of play action, it's Watson.
Oh.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, a 22. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. On first down, here's Breida. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
They'll try and run for it on first.
Get in!
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Clyde.
A great play
Clyde.
there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive.
Big old Uglies up front, son.
The extra point up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. A drive that time of 6 plays and a 9-yard run on the end of it. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
Eddie Pinn.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0.
Becky!
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many
You done, son?
guys, I think, have running back in their background.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first
he's
half
in the
as they'll
zone.
stop him behind the line. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they're dominating it. It allows their interior
what this
guys
means,
to
but
get
I'm about to
upfield
wreak
and
some
spill
havoc.
into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, the offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Oh, that's dope,
this is a guy straight out of college. They're not going to try to groom for a year or two. They want him to produce right away.
You damn
That's
straight
why they
we do.
took him in the first round. They expect
What's
him
the
to be a
problem with
starter
that?
right away and a future all-pro. So they don't have any time to wait for him to come along. They want him to play right now to help this team.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
Oh, we traded up, sir. So a throne of lies.
On 1st and 10, Watson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
Come on.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Take it to the 2.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Steps away to his left, and now he's going to use his legs. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem scrambling for 22 and a first.
I love you, Deshaun
Now, those
Watson.
are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
From the red zone now, Watson.
Oh, heck yeah!
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Pinheiro now to add the extra point.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. To throw is Rodgers. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers is going to let this one go deep. And that's caught.
Oh, you motherfucker.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Robert Woods, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, That meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Let's smoke this bitch here.
Looking to throw on second down. Watson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back.
Not
complete.
what you wanted.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Watson looks to throw again. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40.
What's the flag?
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
What? We accept your penalty, sir.
Too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Hey, 24.
Watson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Here's Watson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Damn it.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
This is taken at the 3.
Let's go, baby.
We have hit halftime, and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Baby, I'm Henry Ruggs.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
What's the flag?
Any adjustments that might be made defensively. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. A shotgun snap for Watson. It's caught. Jones. 16 yards there.
Just go to the well.
Have a first down.
Go to the well.
While sometimes it doesn't appear like much, the out route can be very dangerous when you throw it to a guy like Julio Jones. If you try and undercut it, he can turn into a big play. The reason he's able to get it so often is because of his ability to push people deep, and they have to respect that.
No!
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Oh, dear.
He's got his tight end fan. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
Let's go.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a
Damn
vision
it,
right
Clyde.
now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Watson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. A throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Motherfuckers pay. Hurting my boy.
This is Breida. He'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. On 2nd and 9, Watson. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun, Watson. And that will be incomplete.
Hot route, hot route.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
No, he was wide open.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They run it again with Williams. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
It's Williams on the catch. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez.
Rigoberto Sanchez.
For the 4th time today. Returnable for Thomas.
Oh, that's not the right way.
An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the 3rd.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Been a good leadership and a good distributor. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run with Breida. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Complete to Jones.
I'm not sure how that
turn
worked.
out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
Offense.
Something we're seeing more of with the rise of the run-pass option. A legal man downfield, and that's going to back him up. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the 4th quarter. On 2nd down, here's Watson. Caught by Jones. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 25-yard line. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he'll get it down inside the 20.
So take a letter, burrito.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
63 yards receiving for him now. And that last catch good enough for a first down.
6-man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Matt Breida, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Pinheiro now to add the extra point.
Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we got to the end zone first. That's exactly what those blockers did, clearing the way for their back.
So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was Matt Breida who had the touchdown run to put an end to it. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Let's do some weird stuff.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down.
I'm here to blitz the quarterbacks.
Now Rodgers throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on,
God,
and they just play better and better.
We got this. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they've been on the same.
Let's go.
Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talked about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory. Right back out there doing the things that he does best and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah.
Strong right. Strong right.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing. I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on for the 5th time here today. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Here's Thomas. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Ah, yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned. the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Defense, let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play here for Buffalo. 45 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Watson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. That throw good for 4. It's
Yes.
2nd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bills, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.